Today's sponsor is Coastal Crypto. Coastal Crypto can be found at coastalcryptomining.com via the affiliate link down in the description below. They don't want to take up a lot of your time, and neither do I, because I want to get into the video. They are here to help miners find parts. If you're looking for ASICs or even GPUs or any other parts, be sure to check them out. Use promo code SOAT at checkout for 5% off any purchase on the website. Could double in price. Why? Is the question. Well, if we see a CFTC regulation as opposed to an SEC regulation, key terms and differences here being Bitcoin as a commodity as opposed to a security, if we see that come down and see the CFTC gets regulation over Bitcoin, it could blow Bitcoin up. Now, is it enough for another bull run or something along those lines? I'm still cautiously optimistic. I still think like the number one thing that influences Bitcoin is the halving cycle. And so I don't expect any sort of crazy pump in Bitcoin or a recovery of the market to even begin until 2024, the end of 2024. However, I could always be wrong. And, you know, this is the CFTC chairman, Behnam, basically making this statement. The CFTC chairman, Behnam, argued on Wednesday that non-bank institutions, including crypto exchanges, thrive in conditions of regulatory certainty. Commodity Futures Trading Commission, the CFTC for short, Chairman Behnam said Wednesday that the CFTC-led regulation could have significant benefits for the crypto industry, including a potential boost to the price of Bitcoin. Quote, growth might occur if we have well-regulated space, end quote, Behnam told attendees during a fireside chat at the New York School of Law, or New York University School of Law, excuse me. Bitcoin might double in price if there's a CFTC-regulated market. Now, here's what I will say. I do think a CFTC-regulated market is much more beneficial than an SEC regulated market, and from the perspective that the markets would have on Bitcoin, I think it could drive the price up purely because it wouldn't fall under the SEC. That's my humble opinion. I'd like to hear your thoughts and opinions in the comment section below, as well as the live chat. You know, is it a lesser of two evil things from my perspective? Yes, definitely. But I'm going to root for Bitcoin being regulated by the CFTC over the SEC. Behnam has consistently argued for the need to provide market participants with regulatory clarity, something that many in the crypto industry have argued is lacking. For years, the CFTC and the U.S. Securities Exchange Commission have squabbled over the role of the top regulator for crypto industry, both reluctant to issue much in the way of formal guidance for crypto companies, choosing instead to set regulatory precedent through enforcement actions, which I highly disagree with. Like, the way, especially the SEC has been handling this lately, we could deem, you know, anything you want as a security, but deeming it a security post lawsuit is fucking bullshit. I don't know. We bleeped out the wrong one, but it is complete BS. It's like, okay, at this point, like, we're going to go ahead and file this lawsuit. In mid-lawsuit, we're going to go ahead and deem these 15 things securities so that we can actually win the lawsuit. And it's like, no, that's morally bankrupt, in my humble opinion. Innocent until proven guilty, my friends, is what it's supposed to be. And you can't prove someone guilty by changing the laws midway through the hearing. Like, it's just ridiculous. A clear regulatory framework, Behnam argued, could pave the way for institutional investors to enter the market. These incumbent institutions in the crypto space see a massive opportunity for institutional inflows that will only occur if there's a regulatory structure around those markets, Behnam said. Non-bank institutions thrive on regulation. They thrive on regulatory certainty. They thrive on a level playing field, he added. And they may say otherwise. They may bicker about the type of regulation, but what they love most is regulation because they are the smartest, the fastest, and the most well-resourced. With those attributes, they can beat everyone else in the market. So, settling the debate through legislation. A bipartisan bill introduced by the leaders of the Senate Agricultural Committee, which oversees the CFTC, would crown the CFTC the primary regulator for the crypto industry, expanding the agency's authority to oversee crypto spot markets and requiring crypto trading firms to register with the CFTC. Though it stops short of explicitly defining where one's agency's purview ended and the others began. Behnam said on Thursday that he supports the bill, which includes a provision that would allow the cash-strapped agency to levy fees on regulated entities, something Behnam argued would be critical as the CFTC is to tackle the challenge of regulating crypto. Quote, "We are currently appropriated money by Congress, and it has put us in a position where we feel like we're constantly on edge about how much money we will be appropriated," Behnam said. "We're still feeling the wounds and scars from about 5 or 6 years of flat funding." So for the CFTC, to be clear, they want basically regulatory oversight because they want more funding. Now, I think the SEC does have a lot more funding than the CFTC, and as far as the amount of people that work for each individual organization, the CFTC has a lot less people. This is part of the reason why, from my perspective, it would be better to be under the CFTC, is because they have less funding, they have less people. I would hope they would continue that way too, a little bit inside. That's what I want out of it, right? We are currently, so the CFTC's battle with the dual issues of jurisdiction over crypto markets and its comparatively small operating budget has impacted its ability to effectively deal with crypto crime, Behnam told the audience on Thursday. "We're only touching the tip of the iceberg," Behnam said. "The 60 or so cases brought that the CFTC has brought, we've only had to solely rely on whistleblowers, on customer complaints, and on tips coming to us. We don't have the traditional surveillance tools." Hell yeah. "The market oversight tools," don't get them. "To monitor trading platforms, to oversee broker-dealers, or simply situated intermediaries." Those are the types of things that we fall a little bit short on, not because of lack of effort, but because of lack of jurisdiction, he added. You know, and on the flip side here, the SEC is like, "Oh, it's a security, and also it's under our jurisdiction." Meanwhile, the CFTC is like, "Put it under our jurisdiction. We don't have enough money to do anything." And I'm like, yeah, let's go with CFTC, bro. Thanks for checking out this clip from the Crypto Mining Show. You can check out the full episode here or more crypto content down here. Also, I'd like you to check out my locals page at sonofatech.locals.com, where you can become a member for free or choose to be a $5 a month supporter that unlocks additional content.